Hello everyone, welcome back to CDR Formula 2 this week. Brings us to China. Good evening Pints High Straight in the chat, evening Wabbit, how is everyone? Let me just see, yeah I can hear myself in there, turn that down, nice one. Evening Toby, how is everyone this week? 5 people already, not too bad, 2 minutes to go. Yeah, missed last week in Mexico. Pretty gutted about that. Back here this week for China, round 8. Near just over halfway through the season. Last week. Let's have a gander. Bobo took his first win of the F2 season. I think he was in for someone, as he's not in the standings as I can see. Richie, Northern Nat also on the podium. Congratulations to them. Wookie in the driver's standings moved himself up into P2, just 2 behind Northern Nat out there in P1. 149 points for Nat, 147 for Wookie. Close at the front this season. How many races do we have left? I'm sure we might have 13 races, so 5 after this. This one is 12 lap sprint, 16 lap feature race. See what the weather throws out for us at this very technical track. One of the most technical probably on the calendar. Turn 1 and 2. I expect to see some chaos around there. Lap 1, hopefully everyone can keep the nose out of trouble. Lads starting to ready up as we get this qualifying session underway. See who took the pole last week, and that was... No, do all this before and... Northern Nat once again, I think he's got 6 out of 7, 5 out of 7. Surely, I think we might have CDR Luke in tonight. He's very quick in these F2 cars, so I expect a bit of a battle at the front this week. No Fandango got a win under his belt last week in the sprint. Also with reserve tonight, quite a few reserve chips in for a reserve. Yeah, Bobo is in again in the high tech. Well, anyway, he's back on the grid. Not seen him for a while. See who can take pole position here in China. One shot quality as usual in the F2. See who we ride on board with, and it's very overcast indeed. Still bright, it's very cloudy. I guess it's always like that in China though. This looks mad. Guys sorting setups out, see if anyone has put the hours in on the practice. Seen quite a few front runners this season up to now. Has been very tight, as I say, 2 points separating the top 2. Let's see, we've got a bit further back. Richie and Toby 3rd and 4th on the exact same points, 135 apiece. Just behind them is Harvey in P5, Luckman P6 with 100 points. Records after him, 96 points. Ride on board with Luckman. No, we won't. Yeah, we will. Ride on board with Luckman as he takes turn 1, turns into turn 2. The tight left of turn 3 is very tricky. All downhill for the time being. Pulls it in. Takes a nice line through 1 and 2 there. Bit of a kink to the right. Strong braking zone down into turn 4. Big lock up, loses the rear on entry there. They lost him a handful of time, and that is well anyway. That is not Luckman. That is well anyway. Take the right line through there to turn to just a tight hairpin. Very tight technical track this. Soft tyres being used for quality. No super soft round here this week. As he comes to the RS section, final the back straight. Very long back straight. If people running different wings, this is where it will pay. Lower downforce, such a big benefit there down that back straight. Last corner for well anyway. Bit of an inside lock up there. Keeps it in the track limits. Where will this put him? Just behind his teammate in P9 with a 44.1. CDR Luke with a 43.2. Takes pole. Noel van Dengel just 2 tenths behind. Were just a tenth, 3 tenths separating the top 3. Lucky it's 4 tenths. This is a tight grid, this. Everyone top 8 all in the 43s. Disqualified. This game, man. Not bad that from anyway. Let's have just under 2 tenths separating Luke and Dan. Words 2.5. Lucky and Mechanical round out your top 5. Just followed by Toby, Richie and Harvey. All in the 43s. 44 start with well anyway. Clay, followed by Chip Airways, VDV, Gould, Wab, Harold. WBA, we've not seen him before. Luckman, Kane and Bobo, all not setting a lap. That is your starting grid for the feature race. Reverse top 10 for the sprint. So Clay will be starting on pole. Doesn't normally do too bad when he starts from pole. I think he's got a win under his belt earlier on in the season. That's brightened up a touch for the race. See what tyres the guys have been allocated. Yes, strategy for the feature will play a big key, I think. Jimbo, evening mechanical. How are we doing, lads? All the guys on the grid. See a mixture of mediums and hards there. Is that correct? It is. So just gets everything else that I need. Claymore on the mediums. Starting on pole. Well anyway, teammates with Harvey. Starting second and third. Richie choosing the alternate strategy on the soft compound. Is he going to get them tyres all the way to the end? Going to use that grip advantage in the first few laps. Does need to dispatch them 2 quite quickly and 3 quickly though, before them tyres start losing performance. So Bobo, last week's winner, starting in P20. Kane just in front of him as Luckman is disqualified. I just didn't see what that was. So was CDR, which is going up. Wab and Airways, I think, will be a bit better being down that end. I think they could have done a bit better there in the sprint, in the qualifying. As down the back straight, the front runners are coming. Someone has demolished the advertising board. That is a meter board. Hopefully people won't need it. That's Clay. It's coming around the final corner. It's got Luke and Luckman to navigate through. It's a big put off that when the cars go straight to the grid. It's caught me out a couple of times. Can Clay pick up another sprint win from Paul? Sure he can. No, we came second 2 weeks in a row. Oh no, he did win. He won in Canada. Start sequence just about to begin. For CDR's Formula 2 round 8 here in China. Lights out and away we go for the sprint race. Clay gets a very good start. Well anyway, and Richie has already dispatched. Harvey's had a terrible start, dropping down 2 places into P5, going 3 wide. Harvey mechanical trying to big contact there from mechanical. I think that was on Wookie on the inside. It might have been Harvey, sorry. As we've got 2 guys on the grass tangling wheels. It's very tricky this sector 1, turn 1, lap 1. Let's move that out of the way. Got a lot of position changing further back. Going on, everything's starting to settle down as Luckman is under big pressure from Airways. Harvey getting overtaken by Wookie, dropping 4 places in the space of 3 corners there. Toby, Richie, big gainers in the opening couple of corners. So seeing getting done by Luckman and Chip, getting done by Airways there through the right-hander down the back straight. Chip has also just picked up a 3-second time penalty there. That is not good for Chip. Just people going side by side at the front. Well anyway, taking the lead from Clay into the second to last corner. Clay keeps it up the inside. We'll have the move is already done. We thought about he just kept his nose just about clean there, Clay. As well anyway, that's the fastest lap on the first lap as Richie is also looking at Clay. It's better of it going into turn 1. Going side by side. With mechanical, if that is ghosted, that is not right. That. Anyway, going down to turn 4. Ooh, Richie almost collected Clay. Clay outbraked himself, dropping down 3 places. Good avoiding action from Clay, trying to avoid the crash at all costs. Now mechanical. It's fighting with Clay in P5 and 6. Mechanical does make the move. John gives him a little tap on the exit for good measure. Position changes up to now. Well anyway, it's up 1 in the lead. Got a bit of a battle going on further back. Clay and Harvey. Biggest gainer at the minute is Luckman down in P11 up to 7. Bobo, who started last, is pulled his way up to 14th. Richie and Toby. Richie and anyway, I've just stretched that gap to a couple of attempts, less than a second. Oh, we've got big safety car, I think. Is it? No. I'm going to slow down there. I didn't see. Seen someone that is Northern Nat going into the pit for a new wing. Guessing that could have been the yellow flag. Everyone other than Harvey is in DRS at the moment. Harvey and Bobo. We've got CDR back in P18, but everybody else is in that 1 second of each other going through turn 1, 2 and 3. Vehicles all over the back of Harvey. He's going to try and make the move. Just not too far away. No, Luke is very quick in these cars, so Harvey will have his mirrors full and see some good defending. Richard made the move on anyway for the lead, pulled it out by 7.5 tenths there in the space of half a lap, and a purple sector 2. Them soft tyres have worked up to now. Another 9 laps to go. Can he keep hold of them, or is he pushing too hard too soon to make the moves? Time will tell in that one. Anyway, Knowles got the tyres. Got the tyre advantage as it comes a bit later on. Knows he doesn't need to force it, but he does need to try and defend from Toby the best he can. And he's also on the mediums, but he has Bucket behind him on them soft tyres. So got 2 on 2 in the tyres in the top 4. See what happens there with that one. Around about 4 to 7 tenths from each other, just a bit too far for anyone to make any moves. Look, he's just closed that to 3 tenths on Toby. Just were at the bottom there with this one stop up to now. Fair play to him for not just retiring there. Look, it does want a place on this podium for the sprint. Chase down Toby. There's no mandatory pit stops here, so this is all fighting for position. The other battle going on from 11th all the way down to P16. Bobo is close to Chip there in P11. This Chip goes wide on the exit. Bobo going to get the better exit here. Chip will not have DRS to defend. Bobo will have that DRS open. Easy move for Bobo. Makes his way up into P11. I don't think there's any chance of rain here today. So 1 second out in front. Richie from Anyway. Another 1.3 behind Toby. We might be conceding in 3rd place. Lucky tries to go up the inside of turn 1. Nice clean driving. But Toby will have the inside line for turn 2. Lucky makes it down the outside. Mechanical will be sticking at the time lost there between them two battling. Close battles throughout the full grid all season, so it's made my job quite harder than it needed to be. Trying to keep up with everyone rolling on. Bobo has dropped back down to 15th. I wonder what happened to Bobo there. Was up in P11 where he usually is. Finds himself behind Wab, Harold and Chip again. It's just this DRS train at the moment. Bobo will not be happy joining the back of that. And he's got no fandangle all over his backside as well. That moment has really cost Bobo. As you can see, everyone up until 16th going down that back straight. A couple of places, Lucky and Toby still going at it through sector 3. Toby is not giving that up from Lucky. Great great driving from the pair of them to be able to keep it on track, no damage, not ruin each other's race. Chip has picked up another 3 seconds. Only person at the moment to have penalties. Wookie, bit of a tap turning in as Toby tried to go up the inside as Wookie did it on the previous lap there. Got big position changes going further down. Into turn 1, Bobo going through on Chip. No Fandango is going to make it past Wab. Fandango is going to try and make the move on Chip to turn 5. Don't think them soft tyres are holding out for Chip too much. Richie is letting them tyres. Oh, we've got a spinner, and that is Harold in the background, just spinning, dropping him down to P16. That might drop him to the back of the grid. Unfortunate there from Harold, little mistake. With how tight this league is, just cost you a handful of positions. Front 2 now, only 4 attempts in it. He had his DRS open there, did manage to close the gap by a couple of attempts, but the straight ended. It was a bit too far away. All over the back of mechanical. Toby sends it up the inside of turn 1. Nice move from Toby. Goes to the middle of the track there to defend. Nice. Great respect from both drivers. Great move from Toby. Puts himself back up to P3. Luke just can't seem to find that 10th he needs to make the move on mechanical. He has Clay, who started on pole, down in P7 at the moment. Up with him, his teammate. Chip and no Fandango swapping positions a bit further back. Looks like in this battle as well, trying to pick up any scraps from what these two drivers can drop. Okay, so the next to pick up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Front 2 just separated by half a second, everyone moving to the right hand side, following Toby, trying to pick up that valuable slipstream. And if Toby just has the slightly lower wings than the guys behind him. Front 2 still separated by around about half a second. Anyway, unable to just close that gap, Chip and Wab. Side by side, come to the final corner. Wab makes that move stick way before the braking zone. Here's 3 at the back. Chip's just tried to swing it round the outside this time. On the Wab. Nice section of corners that, if you get it hooks up nicely. Calvin Kane a bit further back, also going through turn 1, swapping positions. Kane's dropped back. CV Gold now through. Kane goes very deep there on the brakes. Only a couple of gaps opened up at the moment. Just one from Toby, and we've got one from Airways. Bobo, and they all seem to be in the middle of the pack. Let's go a 3-way battle for this final podium spot. Could be a 4-way if Toby makes the slightest of mistakes. as we've got the front two jostling for position there. Richie going defensive, going to the inside. Anyway, just doesn't have the speed to go around the outside there. We've got third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, all going round the final corner, chasing the final podium spot. Everyone separated. 8 cars separated by 2 seconds, if that. Just that 2 second gap, 2.5, just from Tolby to the front runners. That's all we've got in the top 10. Harold and WBA at the back, swapping positions. Oh, that was Harvey. Going off track, did look like he nearly went into the back of Clay. He's gaining on mechanical there. Mechanical could do with getting past Lucky here, really. It needs to, if he has got that pace, of course. You see, he's putting him right in the path of Luke. Which we know. Ooh, a bit of contact there from the two. Come on, boys, unlock wheels. Clay picks up a time penalty for going off the track there. Yeah, I don't know. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. That one, I think. It's a bit, you don't know how much room you've got on the inside when you start turning. Richie has just pulled out a DRS from well anyway in P2. 3 laps to go. Richie has made them soft tyres last him unbelievably well. Did everybody else think they couldn't hold on to the tyres? No Fandangle next to pick up a time penalty. Yeah, so it's WBA there. It's unfortunate that. 1.2 second lead now. Just since he's took lead. Well, anyway, he's not really had the response to trying to make the move. Toby's pulled 8 tenths in on the anyway there, so a 1.6 second gap. Front 3 separated by just under 3 seconds. Bucky's dropped back slightly, just over a second. He's going to have Clay with DRS. Clay thought about the move, just making himself big in Bucky's mirrors. Bucky did not defend thin air though, as Mechanical is being put under big pressure from Luke. He's also got Whitman behind. He's going to try and send it up the inside. Luke gives the space, nice there. Just still doesn't concede the position though. One lap to go after this. These sprints don't fly around as Northern Nat at the back just took 10 seconds out of CV Gold from the pit stop. Not too bad from where there. He's catching the pack. Obviously it won't be catching it fast enough, but he's taking a chunk out of it with that. The only stop in the sprint for a new front wing for work. Really ruined the sprint for him. And didn't help in his title challenge as well. This train's been the same order for quite a few laps now. Mechanical's not been able to get past Lucky. Clay managed to get through to P4 somehow. He's got past Lucky and Mechanical. Did not see them overtakes. trying to make it past Mechanical. Mechanical's going to try and stick it down the outside though. Bit of wheel banging. Go straight to the inside. He's going to go defensive. Try to squeeze. It's going to move back to the racing line, I'd imagine. Nice driving. Still in front. It's Luke Dole. Mechanical is under big pressure now from Luckman. Harvey is sniffing around there as well after his terrible lap one. Dropped him down. Just never managed to regain them positions. Everyone's staying in situ there, going through turn 1 and 2. Anyway, he's pulling Richie in here. Is he going to try and make a lunge? Big lock up there from Anyway. That's not going to help him. Drop 2 attempts, so they've got a yellow flag. Someone has spun. Bobo, I think. Mechanical and Luckman swapping positions. Chip. I think that is Chip that is round as well. Richie has just pulled another couple of attempts. It's going to be second to last corner or nothing for Anyway. Is he going to get a sprint win? Just under 6 attempts in it. 2.5 seconds back to Toby, so no pressure there really. Is he running any sort of different wing setup? He's gaining. Is he going to try and make the move into the final corner? Richie goes down the inside to defend it though, as Richie goes deep. That's going to allow Anyway to go back through. Final corner, going side by side. Richie just cut it slightly, but that is, well, Anyway taking the victory on the final corner there. Richie will be fuming with a P2 after that stellar effort on the softs. Toby 2 seconds back will take the final spot for the sprint podium. Had quite a few this season, so has Richie. Clay just out of that in P4. Lucky at P5, Luckman P6. Just behind him is Mechanical and Harvey, Luke and Airways round out the top 10. Just after him we've got VDV, then we've got Wab, No Fandangle, Harold, Kane, CV Gould, WBA, Chip Hazard, Were 45 and Bobo down in P20. Did Bobo have a bit of an off? Yeah, he's missing a bit of an end plate there. Dropped him back down to the back of the grid after making up a good few positions there. It's a race to forget for him. But for Anyway, class drive there, not giving up. Leaving it right till the second to last corner. Help of DRS. Could have possibly had lower wings, but great move. Unfortunately, Richie went slightly too deep trying to defend it there. Just allowed Anyway to take that win. Got 22 lap race to come. So there's your podium. Anyway, Richie and Toby, with Richie taking the fastest lap. Clay in P4, Wookie P5, Luckman P6, Mechanical P7, Harvey P8, Luke P9, and rounding out the top 10 is Airways. There's the bottom half for the results page. Only score to the top 10 in the sprints. Everyone will be getting points this evening though. All 20 places do score. That's what kept the league so tight this season. I think that scoring system really has worked well. of an overcasty day. Doesn't look like any chance of rain for the time being, so dry tyres for now. Yeah, so the front two basically led from the front really. Clay did drop down into P4, great. He did drop himself down to P7, but great to get back up to P4. Just Toby won't be happy with his 2 second gap. We'll be wondering where he can find that time over the course of the race. See what tyres the guys use for pit stop strategies. See if we do get a bit of a mixture again. I think this game does have more choice in strategy than the old game, to be honest. Let's have a look at these tyres. Same again, mediums and softs for everyone. Pole sitter Luke on the softs. No Fandango going for the opposite on the mediums. We're behind on the softs, so we've got 2 soft, 1 medium in the top 3. The next 4 being Wookie, Mechanical, Toby and Richie opting to start on the mediums. Teammates anyway and Harvey going for the softs. Clay, Chip, Airways, VDV, Gold and Wab opting for mediums. Just Harold and Lutman in the bottom 5 opting for the softs. We'll see what happens there. This game, you never know, doesn't really. Race can change with a safety car within the matter of seconds for you. It can either ruin it or it can make your race. See who's chosen right here by the end of these 20 odd laps. See, Lucas really pulled away there from Dan. And were a lot of weaving down that back straight, get a bit of temp in them tyres. And you've got the Vettel-esque of Wookie, everyone weaving, just on task straight. No need to get the temp up. Dan is weaving quite a bit. Let's try and get the mediums somewhere like a nice working temperature. Takes the inside line. Oof, misses his grid spot by some distance there. It's going to throw him back. Is anybody else going to miss the marks? I think just Wab there and Bobo, unfortunately. All 20 on the grid. Evening, how's it? Lights out and away we go for the sprint for the feature race here in China. Dan and Moore going side by side. Mechanical, well anyway, and Toby going side by side there to turn 2. Everyone keeping it nice and clean up to now by the looks of it. A lot better than the start of the sprint. Tiny bit of contact with Clay there in VDV, no harm done though. Airways a bit further back, dropping a place to Lutman. Sector unscathed. No one dropping too many positions as that's Airways dropping to the back as I say that. He's down 8 places. Bobo up 5 in the first lap. BDB making it up 3, just getting past Chip. You got the 2 there. With no Fandangle, and we're pushing, we're onto the grass. Just pushing down onto the grass. No, was onto the grass there. Elbows out from the drivers. Is that going down the order? Well, anyway, he's had a moment there. Has dropped him back to P14. Oh, we've got a car going off. Car going off the track there. That is Bobo in the barriers. He's able to continue. Is that a VSC? I think it might be. For me, it's just saying yellow flag, but the track map is yellow, so let's have a look at timing boards, safety. That's a VSC, I think. It'd be good if the game actually told me what was going on. VSC, it is. Everyone driving to that delta shouldn't really gain or lose any time. Drivers will get a 10-second warning before the track goes green. Airways does pick up the drive through the speed. Let's serve that within 3 laps and we do go green again. Luke is still out by 7 tenths to Dan. 1.2 seconds back is Northern Knight in P3. Bucky's only 6 tenths behind him there, so it's all to play for at the moment. Only gap up to now is and Mechanical. Everyone else in DRS other than, well, anyway, who had that moment a bit earlier on. 16 lap feature, sorry, not 20. I've had that one. Clay getting 5 sticks behind Richie. We want to score a couple more points this evening. Harvey making it past PDB there. Harvey's going to try and make up for his sprint race. Dan closing on Luke there for the lead. He's got a yellow flag, which is, well, anyway, nope, that is Bobo. We might have damage, I think. Bobo's coming into the pits. As well, anyway, he's getting a new front wing. So, is anyone gaining on the rival? Got Muckman all over the back of Chip. Everyone else is staying quite in situ at the moment. A couple of gaps have decreased. We've got Bucky Mechanical now just within that second as Chip goes wide. That's going to allow Luckman to get through quite easily there. Luckman really got squeezed. Chip realised they were there. With them soft tyres, they've both have DRS. Luckman's got the inside line though. It's Toby down in P2. Toby wanted to make a couple of places. Kane taken to the gravel, just lost out a couple of places with WBA and Harold. Yeah. Anyways, into the pits to serve his drive-through. Just 4 tenths now, separating the top 2, 7 tenths separating top 3 at the moment. It's close. Everyone battling hard. Fair, any moment a mistake could cost you here. Everyone's got to these F2 cars nicely now, I think. Some close grip once again. Harvey's just putting the pressure on Clay. Feeling the move slowly, a couple of attempts a lap. Harvey on them softs compared to Clay on the mediums. Top 5 are where they started, so we're not really making them soft tyres pay in these early stages. Just know though that the race isn't won at turn 1. Just keep them in your sights. Clay almost pushing Harvey around the final corner there. DRS straight. It is. See, I haven't been on this track. Yeah. Clay unable to make the move on Harvey there. Going round into turn 1. Oh, we've got a spinner in chip. He's going off the track, that's allowed Toby Webb Kane to go through. Kane putting a good battle in P14, trying to hunt down on Webb. Defending from WBA in the back there, and the Alpine over it. This week. Close to making the move. So Fandango is eyeing the race lead up as we go into lap 6. Does make the move quite easily there on Luke, and then tyres just starting to underperform as Dango's quite deep there in the second to last corner. Is that going to allow Luke to try and make another move back up? We've got the first pitter off the softs is CDR Luke, just after he'd lost the lead. Probably not a bad time, didn't want to start getting caught up in the battle and the guys a bit further down if he thinks he can win this race. Box now to get in the clean air. Waits everybody else boxes. Hopefully we'll pass them in the pit stop. So we've got Harvey quite close to VDV. Clay battling just in front. Have a look who has gained the most positions up to now. Front 4 all up 1 apiece. Richie's up 2, Clay's up 4, and you've got VDV up 6, Harold's up 7, Wabb's up 5, Kane up 8, WBA up 5, CV Gold up 1, and Luckman up 2. You've got Chip down 3, Luke down 14, Toby down 11, Anyway down 9, and Airways down 7. Something must have gone on with the front runners there. These 3, because they were all pushing for podiums at the front. So trying to go 4 wide into the second to last corner. Wow, just caught the back end of that. No Fandango leading this train of 5 cars. You all think that they can win this race at the moment. Who's that in the pits? That is Were 45 into the pits. Championship leader up to now. Clay going side by side with VDV. Bucket in P2, second in the championship, will be happy with where he is at the moment. So where is yeah. So his championship contender is down in P13. Has he stopped yet? He is the first of the pit stops, so it's going to be tight for these two coming out the pits, you know. Obviously, Wookie, how long can Wookie pull them tyres out for? So he's got the offset towards the end. 9 laps to go. Bobo retired from the race. Was not having a fun day at all. Wookie trying to make the move on Dan. Just a bit too far behind, thinks better of it. Front 4 all within 1.6, 1.8 seconds of each other. It's tight at the front at the moment. Everyone on the mediums other than Harold has pitted. Harold the last soft runner out the track. Mechanical putting Wookie under big pressure there in the background. Heavy braking zone of turn 4. There's Northern Nut is pitted again. It's not good news for him. So will be at the back. 2 stops for him. Wonder what's gone on there, because that didn't put a new link on it. We will see. Everyone up to Chip, yet to pit. All on the mediums, other than Harold still. Front 3 all swapping to the left hand side of the track as WBA picks up a 3-second time penalty. Just him and were in the penalties up to now, both just 3 seconds. Epic battle at the front this. Halfway point, everyone pits, Mechanical stays out, takes the lead. VDV, Clay, so Harold is taking, he decides to box out. I'm going to say he's taking his soft tyres the same amount of laps as Dan is taking his mediums. So, VDV, Mechanical, where is Luke going to come out amongst all these? Chip, 10 seconds of speed in the pit lane. As we've got Dan coming out the pits, Luke is coming down the pit straight. Doesn't get past Dan there. 1.4 seconds in front of Dan. It's worked out nicely for Luke. Completely split grid now. Still 5 drivers yet to pit as we start lap 9 of 16. I think these front runners probably should box round about now. They're going to try and make the move beforehand. Be first into the pits, do not lose the place in the pits. If they both try and pit now, it's going to be a bit of a panic moment. Oh, Clay stays out, thinks he can hold them mediums out for a bit longer. V pits, mechanical pits, web pits. I'm guessing CV Gold will be coming in. CV Gold stay there. No Fandango going off track there, second to last corner. That's just cost him at least half a second to loop in front. Gap now is 1.3, and in the process of that picked up 3 seconds time for now. Just ruined No Fandango's race that. This corner never ends in an F1 car, so I can't imagine the time it takes to get through it in an F2 car. Cook has put in a good battle for Richard. He's affecting the championship as well at the back, sets the fastest lap. Unfortunately, he is down in P18 at the moment, the championship leader. His rival on board with Lucky P6. It's going to take a handful more points there. Still got 5 or 6 races of the season to go yet. Plenty more points up for grabs. Don't let this deter you. Lucky just unable to close any gap there to Richie. Dan had gained a second on Luke in the last lap. Mediums against softs. Easily there for Dan. Gets himself up into P3. He's carrying the time penalty though, so we'll need to try and scamper off up the road. He has got 7.9 seconds of clear air in front. As the front two now decide to pit. Claymore, CV Gold, final ones to get off the mediums. And Fandango taking that fastest lap. Lucky only 4 attempts behind Richie for the final podium spot at this moment in time. We want to try and get as close up to P1 as he possibly can to boost his championship. Five laps remaining. No Fandango is now leading the race. Will be losing that. Will be losing the podium at this rate. Big slide there from Mechanical on the exit. Still gaining on Lucky there. Both on the softs. So not much in the tyres. Dan going wide in that penultimate corner there, so he's just dropped himself 4 attempts to loop in that one corner, but he gained it through the last corner. Mechanicals just he's dropped back by around a second and a half there. VDV, Lupman going side by side through turn 1 and 2. Bit of wheel banging. VDV try and stick it up the inside. Lupman leaves him the space. Lupman is going to try and sweep round the outside. We'll have the inside line for the tight hairpin. VDV's on board as he tries to hunt down Lupman. He's only 2 tenths behind, but just can't find that place to make the move stick as we go round the corner before the final straight. Is he going to get him up with DRS? Gap's just stretched to 4 tenths at the moment. Richie and Luke swapping positions at the front. VDV still behind Lutman. Great battle this for the final podium spots as we just come with 3 laps to go. Luke tried to force Richie into a mistake there. Richie was too smart, didn't even move his car whatsoever there. Final 3 laps. You think he's going to be a sprint to the end? Most of these F2 races are just sprints all the way, just everyone battling the full way around, no managing. Big Rocket would be happy with a P4. And it's only a couple of attempts off Luke there for that final spot. BDV's just that bit closer to Harvey. Can't make that move. Lutman's dropped down a couple of places. Bit of a moment there from Lutman. Dropped him down behind Clay. BDV's got through as well. Clay up into P8. CV Gold just 5 tenths behind Toby. Toby down in P13, not where he normally finds himself. P3 in the championship. Down in P13 tonight. Bit of an unusual night for him, as VDV is the next to pick up a time penalty. That's going to make the move. Has to go side by side with Harvey. Clay just behind him as well. He's going to think about an overtake. Looks like Clay might be trying to get Harvey here if Harvey doesn't make the move on VDV, which he doesn't. Everyone does hold position though for now. Everyone within a couple of attempts of each other than the front two. 2.7 seconds. Dan is going to stretch that lead, I think. He's got 3 seconds to pull out. He's got 2.8, 2 laps to go. Great effort from Dan tonight. Top 5 just stretched out a 5-second gap to VDV, Harvey and Clay. Next little group back. VDV at the front. In release after Lutman's mistake. Harvey Harvey and Lutman. Harvey and Clay, sorry. In a bit of a bang there. Look, Clay went off track. Didn't lose the position, but he dropped him back a second. Only 2 tenths behind Richie there for that P2 spot, and he's on knee mediums. Them 9-lap-old mediums in a better shape than the 6-lap-old softs. We've got a lap and a half to find out. Mistake from a driver now. It's costing you serious places. Just how tight the group has been. Going for the end of sector P2, technical S section, then you've got your double apex right-hander. Is anyone going to try and make a move down this back straight as we start the final lap in a moment? With Richie has just pulled 3 tenths in on Dan. And he's got 4 or 5 tenths to find. But Luke is battling with Luke's battling with Richie here, so that could allow Dan to kind of escape here. Pull that couple of attempts that he needs. Luke making himself big in Richie's mirrors. Mechanical is only a 10th and a half behind Wucky, as we've got battles going on everywhere at this moment in time. Luke has got through on Richie. CV Gold corner cut in 3 seconds. 2.8. Dan has got on Luke. 2.9. See what pace Dan's got in his final couple of sectors. Need a very clean lap from Dan here. As we've got, anyway, has been disqualified for not using the allocated tyres. 2.9 still for Dan. He's floating around that 3-second mark. Just surpasses it now. At the moment, he will be taking the race win. Let's see, it's just dropping slightly. Let's see if he has lower wings or not. It's just gone up to 3.1. Is anyone going to try and make the move? Going down the final straight. Last time we're going to be going down here. DRS wide open. 2.8 seconds for Dan. Everyone pulling back over to the left. 2.9. Just gone to 3. We're going to find out when he crosses the line, I think. We're going to take that. That was Richie at the final last. Does pick up that time penalty, which costs us in his place on the podium. Luke does take that win by a 10th and a half. No Fandango does just drop down to P2. Wucky will be happy with his podium tonight up in P3. Unfortunately, Mechanical just finds himself two attempts out the podium places. After picking that time penalty up on the last corner, Richie drops himself down to P5. Harvey P6, VDV P7, Claymore P8, Webstaffen P9, Harold P10, Luckman P12, teammates Kane and Toby 12th and 13th. Was the championship leader. I think Wucky might have taken that from him tonight, up in P14. And we'll find the bottom few in a moment. Race winner at CDR, Luke. Fastest lap goes to Claymore. The games driver of the day goes to VDV. Most overtakes CV Gold, and cleanest driver Mechanical. So there we go. Luke, No Fandango, Wucky are your podium sitters for tonight here in China. Mechanical, Richie, Harvey, VDV, Clay, Wab and Harold round out the top 10. Luckman, Kane, Toby were CV Gold, WBA, Airways, Chip, Bobo and anyway, here's your bottom 10. 2 DNFs, Bobo and anyway. Let's just invite these lads to the chat, see if they can join tonight. Invitation sent. Bucket is the first one to join us. Evening, Bucket.
Evening. Oh, I didn't know we were doing comms still.
Yeah, mate, just last week I missed, mate. Just that's all.
Yeah, sweet. It's been a while.
It has, mate. It has, as we last time. Can't remember the last time we spoke when you was on the podium.
No.
Dan's joined as well. Evening, Dan.
All right, mate.
Yeah, how's it going?
Just going to make sure I can be heard. Give me a tick.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
wants to
can
hear
you. See if the...
Fucking Paulette.
Yeah, stream's got you loud and clear, mate. See if Luke joins.
Got you loud and clear calling Luca Polak. I'd like to withdraw that statement. No one apologise.
No, I'm going to take it to the stewards.
Yeah, you can. Do it there when you grab a beer.
Right, we'll start while Luke's taking his time. Lucky, P3, how do you feel about
Yeah, I've always done quite well at China, but I was just more concerned finishing ahead of Nat. So looks like he had a bad race, so not a bad night.
that? Yeah, we did. I think it was P14 in the end there in the feature, so you might have took the championship lead up to now, mate.
Fingers crossed. I'm not sure what's quite happened to Nat, but I'm gonna watch the stream back. So,
Yeah, I didn't
but
see
yeah,
much.
solid race, very hard, respectable race throughout the field. To be fair, I didn't really have much issues.
No, a lot of clean driving I've seen from everyone, to be honest. Not many problems. I did see that Nat made a second pit stop just for a change of tyres, so I don't know what that was about.
Right, yeah, but yeah, very good race. Enjoyed that one.
Dan, the win was yours up until the 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You almost pulled it out the bag, but just a couple of attempts in it in the end.
Yeah, look, I didn't do a lot of practice, so limits I was struggling with a bit. Obviously took Luke after I stopped handy enough, obviously on the softs versus the mediums. The mediums in the sprint were shite, if I'm going to be honest. They weren't good. The softs, even towards the end of the race, still felt good, but yeah, the track limit got me in the end. I was just trying to concentrate on the gap behind. To be honest with you, I knew by the end of the race that the mediums would come better. So it was Wooka. I was looking at Colin kind of just trying to secure the podium, and it looked kind of solid. Then it was dodgy. Then I was kind of looking at Allowell behind me. I was like, hold on, might be okay for P1. Then the end of lap 50, I just saw Luke's name pop in there. I was like, yeah, okay. Just try and string it over for the rest of the lap if possible. But yeah, happy with P2.
Yeah, I was hoping that 3 secs would do me a solid, but it didn't.
Yeah, it was a tough race. I'm going to be honest. It's definitely the hardest track I've done, I would say, ever. Particularly in F2. I've not done this track in F2. It was tough, really sweaty.
Yeah,
it was difficult. Yeah, but yeah, it was clean. It was another clean race, I think, anyway.
No, it was from the outside. Not too many issues. I'm sure if there was any, they'll be in the stewards later. So we'll see on that one. Right, let's get it wrapped up. Nice one, everyone, for tuning in. That's his China.
You don't care about me?
Oh, I didn't see you join.
Honestly, you've got something going in for me. You hate me. You fucking hate me.
Probably the
Mate, I didn't even see your name pop up. We do have Luke. Maybe we do have Luke. P1 tonight, lads. Yeah, it was on about...
yeah, sound. I gotta go, mate. Doesn't feel so good, does it?
No, how do you reckon your race went, mate? Go on, give us your side.
It was spectacular, especially in the sprint. But no, in the feature it was It was okay. I actually, I shouldn't have pitted so early on a soft, or maybe I should have started on a mediums because I was hindered by lap 10, but managed to somehow bamboozle Oliver Ritchie on a last lap and somehow pull 2/10 on Dan. So whenever
No,
I
it's a
can take
great
a win
battle.
from Dan, it makes my life so much better. Like I'll sleep
Yeah,
like a baby
I got the
tonight.
win on track. That's the only thing.
And nobody cares about that.
You won it by default. There will be an asterisk next to that.
Just next time, just stay within the tracks, all right? Like, just don't hit the limits. Like simple.
Dickhead.
Oh.
All right, mate. Fucking hell. P1
You two
again.
need full-time seats. That's what
Yeah,
see this
don't worry. I'm as soon as I'm close enough to Northern Nat's points, then I'm going to take a seat. For now, I'm just pointless. I'm on 132 after today, so actually no, I will be on more because, yeah. Don't worry, I've got my eyes on Nat. It's Wookie I'm worried about. What if I take it from Wookie?
No.
Sorry, Wookie, mate.
Yeah, it's grand. Take it.
I might have to work with Nat towards the. I might have to work with Nat towards the end of the season to take you off.
Do you know what? It's the scoring system in F2 is just mental.
I think we should bring it in for the new season.
It's been mentioned a few times. You know, there's pros and cons, but I think overall, when you look at how close it is, it's mental. And you know, the thing is, you get penalised really harshly by mistakes. Northern Nat now tonight 2 mistakes, and he's going to be well behind. And then looking forward to the races, because there's only 1 point of a difference between the positions. It's for and against. It's definitely an admin discussion for the end of the season.
It
Anyway,
makes it interesting for sure. Something
Yeah,
to be
definitely.
discussed.
Yeah, definitely. With how the stats are looking, mate, like points is crazy, to be honest.
Well, look, I feel like I'm wasting Jimmy's time now, so I'm going to shoot off.
considering he didn't even want to talk to you in the first place, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, he didn't even see me walk into his party. Like, Jesus Christ.
Do you know what? Just before I go, because I think it's my first podium interview, just a big thanks to Jimmy as well. Solo comms it can be difficult, particularly in F2 with no ERS. Overtaking can be a bit hard. So yeah, massive shout out to Jimmy for giving us a stream every week, bar last week.
Yeah, second
And-
that.
I don't care. After today's reception, I don't give a shit.
Nice one, lad.
Yeah, best of
Thank you
luck.
very much, mate.
Right, good luck to you all. We've still got 5-6 races a season, so it could be anyone's up to now. So it's what keeps it interesting. Right, so next week takes us to the Netherlands. Join us for that same time next week. Yeah.
Not in F2 though.
Well. Oh yeah, I can imagine. We'll have to do it in reverse. Yep. That's it for the F2. Join us Friday for the F1, and we're here again in China, and then for Sunday F3, Tier 3, 8 o'clock. We'll see you all then. Nice one for tuning in.